Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Errant Events. So today, I wanted to read to you the letter I sent to George Bridges, who is the president of the Evergreen State College. Now I realize that in the world of 24-hour news cycles and Twitter and whatnot, the events that took place at Evergreen were like a year ago. I get it. To be specific, the particular insanity that is the subject of this video started on Tuesday, May 23rd of 2017. However, huge however here, George Bridges is still somehow employed as the president of the Evergreen State College, which to me, it's fantasy land. How this guy still has a job is just beyond me. Now, I'm not going to rehash everything here. There are plenty of videos covering the events, commentary and whatnot. There were videos that were taken at the college while the events were transpiring. Bret Weinstein went on Joe Rogan, the Rubin report, Tucker Carlson. You can find all this stuff if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I just want to read you the letter I sent to George Bridges. But before I do that, I want to share a brief segment of what I surmise to be like a local news station interview. It was posted on June 13th. It appears to be uncut footage, and I'll link the full video in the description below. The part that concerns me is his answer to the first question. So let's take a listen to that. Let me pull it up here.
If someone were unable to see anything that's happened here, how would you describe what the last couple of weeks have been like at campus?
Evergreen has a rich history of tackling difficult issues and engaging sometimes in activism as a result of that. And certainly when we were focusing on racism and free speech, that activism took a turn that we didn't expect. It turned to invective, to fear, and some really intense emotion, and amplified this by social media and cable news. And just as we were de-escalating the protests with students, Twitter feeds blew up with misinformation, and added to that was a tsunami of hateful messages that came in from all over the country.
Hateful messages that came in from all over the country. Now, I'm speculating here, but I'm speculating that these messages he's talking about were a lot like the one I'm about to read to you. So let's take a look at that. So here's the letter I sent to Dr. Bridges, and I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. Dear Dr. Bridges, I am a concerned citizen who has been following the story of Professor Bret Weinstein and the events that began to transpire on Tuesday, May 23rd at the Evergreen State College, as well as the response to said events. As the president of a college, your job clearly has many roles, but among the most important are to guarantee the safety of both students and faculty, to ensure that any opinion can be voiced without fear of reprisal, assault, or violence, to guide students toward being productive members of society, and at a minimum, maintain control of the institution and its grounds. In my estimation, you have actively, intentionally, and massively failed in each of these duties. The day of absence and day of presence events, in both previous and current forms, parenthetically, I would encourage you to go look that up, and insofar as I can surmise based on publicly available information, are nothing short of events celebrating racial segregation. I find the demand that people vacate the premises based on their skin color, and your allowance of a radical mob to assault a professor over a completely reasonable protest of the same, absolutely and utterly abhorrent. I normally wouldn't write such a letter, as the Evergreen State College is half a continent away from me, but the events that have transpired are so egregious, so reprehensible, that I felt compelled to do so. The rest of us have to share a society with the people that your college is producing, and from what I've seen, that idea terrifies me to my core. The facts that you allowed these events to take place, that you ordered campus police to stand down, that you failed to maintain control of a potentially violent situation, and that you capitulated to the demands of this mob are unforgivable. I would ask for your immediate and unconditional resignation from the Evergreen State College. Thank you for your time. And of course, it was signed. So my letter, and I suspect many others he may have received, was certainly firm, absolutely without question. I wanted to convey my distaste with the situation. But it was also professional and well thought out. I spent some time on this. I certainly wouldn't consider this message hateful. And I kind of doubt that this guy got a bunch of hate mail. Maybe a little bit, I'll give the guy some slack, but I'm betting that he got a bunch of this telling him to resign, and he is spinning that a little bit. That's my own speculation, but I'll let you decide. And hey, if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing, mash that like button, and leave some comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.